Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to JY Talk Show. My name is The Rich, your everyday host on JY News. On JY News, we bring to you everything you need to know on sports, entertainment, religion, fashion, and so many others. Today, we are going to delve into a lovely and an exciting, topic. It is an architect. We are going to talk about a whole lot of things on architects. Before we start, I would like to thank our proud sponsor, JY Multimedia, expert in photography. If you want your best photo shoots for your wedding, engagement, music videos, do not hesitate to contact JY Multimedia. You can follow them on their various social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on. I would like to use this opportunity to thank our proud sponsor, The Rich Herbal. They are experts in herbal products, 100% organic. Be it soap, powder, be it cream, be it spray, everything on what herbal. So at this moment, I would like us to go for a short commercial break. When we are back, I will introduce our guest in the studio today.
Guess what's happening? JYTV is giving you one of the best Hoopy discounts. This one around, or this time around, we're saying just 600 Ghana cedis. And your art is on TV. Now you're surprised. Wow, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. Have you seen the numbers in your screen? Call the numbers right now. Whatever you're selling, whatever you want to do, but make sure it's legends. And we are there to make it big. Is it a billboard you want to make? We are there. Is it a small music video you want to do? We are there. Is it a small shop you wanted to run your office? And above all, you're running a small chop bar at the restaurant? JY is the place to look at. Now look at the numbers on your screen and click the numbers and call us. And we will be right there. Stay blessed.
Back to the studio. This is JY Talk Show. As I said, we are going to talk about a lot of knowledge when it comes to an architect. We have people that build and we have people that draw the building for the constructors to finish their what they are drawing. So a lot of people are facing difficulties when it comes to building. They are planning. Some people have poor planning and some people don't have any idea about building. But today, before and after the show, you'll be able to know the vivid idea about what an architect. I have a gentleman here with me. He's very, very good when it comes to architects. His name is Abdul Rashid. Abdul Rashid. So thank you.
Thank you. Um, Thank you for bringing me on this your show. I'm so grateful and so happy to be on your show.
All right. Thank you very much for honoring our invitation. All right. Can you tell the viewers, okay, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Abdul Rashid, Mohammed Abdul Rashid in full, a student architect, but I've been in practice for almost 10 to 15 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, 15 to 10, yeah, 10 to 15 years now in the field and also into construction. And I've also been working with Ghana Railway Development Authority.
Wow, that's wonderful. So wow. What is an architect,
Yeah, you see, architecture is basically creating functional spaces to create comfort, which is influenced by the universe or the nature around you, and also influenced by the culture of the people or a particular group of people
People.
or an individual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So why do you want to take architecture as your profession?
Well, growing up,
Mm-hmm.
drawing has always been my passion. In fact, when I was growing up, and my whole life was all about drawing. I could look at buildings and draw, look at human beings and draw. That's how I started with the passion. When I went to SHS,
Mm-hmm.
I came across this very drawing that one of our teachers were showing a couple of colleagues that
Wow.
they were trying to build a Jameson box. So that was where the inspiration started.
That's where the
The
inspiration
inspiration
started.
started. So I started learning how to draw when I was in Form 2 in SHS.
In SHS.
Yes, that was
So you learnt it
2011.
in school.
So I didn't really learn
Uh-huh.
architecture in school. It's
Wow.
now that I'm now doing the professional course.
Professional course.
But I learned it on my own.
Hmm.
I was just inspired by what I saw with the
Mhm.
master, and I was also good at technical drawing. So I thought it wise to see what I could do about it. And in our school library, there was a couple of books that talks about drawing, architecture. There was a very big book. I was so excited about it,
Hmm.
and that's where I started, building the skill and drawing for people for free.
So you had a talent then, and the talent, is a gift.
Exactly.
A gift. Then you went to school. Then you tried to polish it, and
To
you are
polish it.
polishing it
And
to become the best.
so right now, I'm trying to be a fully professional.
Wow.
Yes.
So that means you have an experience.
Yes.
What experience do you have when it comes
Yeah,
to
I have
architecture?
I have a first hand experience pertaining to when I was, SS learning it. It was quite difficult
Yeah.
because I had limited resources to be
Mhm.
able to do architecture and limited understanding. But this thing keep telling me to move on, like to go about it.
Yeah.
When I even finished SHS, I wanted to do architecture, but my dad told me it was quite expensive.
Wow.
I was not from a rich home, so he told it was quite expensive. So I was asked to go and do electrical electronic engineering. So when I was still pursuing the electrical electronic engineering, I was still doing drawings.
Wow. In addition.
So the first contract I had was to design a fuel station,
A fuel station.
and that was the most complex designs in architecture.
Wow.
Very complex because it's full of mechanical drawings.
Wow.
So to come up with the process, I just thought, how will I handle this?
Hmm.
It was quite interesting. So I quickly have to communicate with some friends. They linked me up to a guy who was a little bit versed in it. He was a
Mhm.
draft guy. He said he was a draftsman.
Wow.
So by then, I didn't know how to use the software, the AutoCAD software.
AutoCAD. Yeah.
So I went to him and he told me I have no problem. He'll guide me through. In fact, he used one day to teach me the AutoCAD 20.
One day.
Just a day.
A lot of people go to school
I'm telling
for
you, I used
several.
one day to
Hmm.
learn the software.
That shows your seriousness.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I used one day to learn the software and went home. He taught me how to use 208. I went home. The next morning, I came and taught him how to use 215.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That was 2014.
That is quite interesting.
And when that happened, then I had limited time to execute. With the enthusiasm and the energy that was in me, I used 3 days. I worked 72 hours non-stop.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. No sleep, nothing. At one portion.
Wow.
Working. Trying to achieve the goal because I was so into it. And that was my first project.
Contract.
First project that they were going to pay me. And you know
Good
what?
money,
And you know what? It was just like 150 Ghana cedis.
Wow, your first project?
Yes.
Which year was that?
That was 2014.
2014?
Yes.
How possible?
Very, very interesting, I'm telling you.
And you were determined, you sacrificed a lot of time.
It was not about the money.
Hmm.
It was setting the record.
Okay.
And
Wow.
in fact, I was able to do mechanical drawing. Even at the end of the whole stuff, I was so amazed about the drawing I did.
Wow.
I was learning at the same time implementing.
So was it a success? Was it a success?
Very, very successful. It went through what I call a Tamale Metropolis and it was approved. They were given permits
Hmm.
to do the construction.
Wow.
Star Oil.
Star Oil.
Yeah, in Tamale.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And after then, they gave me another one again. That one was on an existing structure that they didn't have permits on. So I needed to work on it quickly.
Wow.
Give it to them, they'll go in for permits.
Wow, that's wonderful to hear. Do you think you will make a good architect?
For that, it's always my dream.
Because we have a lot of architects around, and they make sometimes when they draw, they make the plan, and sometimes I don't know whether it is from the constructors or from the architects.
So you see, the reason why I think I will make a good architect, that has always been my dream, to be one of the best of the best. Because I'm blended. I'm not just an architect. I'm an electrical engineer. I have a very good skill in civil engineering, though I don't have civil engineering certificate as we speak, but I'm well vested in civil engineering. Well vested. I could do design analysis. I could do calculations in structures.
Wow.
Yes. I could do a whole designs in what I call it.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
I'm also vested in mechanical designs. So you see, apart from that, I also have a very in-depth knowledge in IT.
IT too as well.
So blend it together
You
with
go
the
far.
with the designs that I'm doing. I believe I'll go far. By
Oh, that's
inshallah.
wonderful. Okay, can you tell me how many experience you have? Now, talking about you started 2014, your first project. So was that
That was my first project, but
first
that was not my
project?
first time I started.
Okay, so your experience, how many years now?
I started in 2011.
2011.
2011
Mm.
because I went to SS 2009, 2008, 2009
Mm.
academic year that I went to SHS. But I started, building a very good
Wow.
design in 2011. Then I completed SHS 2013,
2013.
and I was that same year. So just imagine from
Wow.
from 2011 up to now.
So now, you never quit.
No, I have been consistent on the job.
You never gave
And
up.
I've moved from one software to another. You see, building up, I've been always be like, let's always find the easiest way to work. Not the easiest way, the fastest way to work. Sorry. Always find the fastest way to work.
Wow.
Because I saw when I was growing up, I saw that draftsmanship, drawing with the pencil and paper, was quite time consuming. And architecture itself is like that.
Now we have something we call AI, right? Do you use AI in all your architecture drawing?
Now we are now embracing AI. Some architects are running away and they feel like AI might take away the job. But I feel like AI is an opportunity for us.
Wow.
Because the computer can never design like the human being.
Seriously?
Not at all.
Explain further how.
Let me tell you something. It's a human being that has designed the computer, right? Do you think the human being can design something that is far better than him? No. Because the human being designed according to his level of his brain.
But you are using a software, right?
Exactly.
You use a software.
So I use the software. See, what AI helps you do, it's an assistant. It helps you to do better drawings. Gone are those days where architectures were done on drawing boards. Those days, they couldn't do complex drawing because of what? The absence of software.
Exactly.
An architect, the first AutoCAD that was invented was the brainchild of an architect. Because he needed to do complex designs. And it helps you to do complex designs. You understand? That is what architecture does, what the software does to us. So it helps us to actually do more complicated designs.
Okay.
Those days, the designs they could do, you see that today we have more advanced designs.
Yeah, exactly.
Today we are building up to 200 floors, 300 floors per se. And sometimes we're having high level buildings.
High level.
You understand? Level. There's more, and you are now solving more engineering problems with the help of software.
Yeah.
So see, AI has come to better the work.
To assist.
To assist the work.
Wow.
Not to take the architect's work. No. It's there to enhance the work.
That's wonderful. Yes, you were talking about a blend. You had a lot of blends, building, architect, and so many others. Now, let me ask you this question. Is there a difference between building and architecture?
You see, building as a contractor, right? You see, there's a difference.
What's the difference?
The difference is that the architect is the designer. The building is what the architect has designed.
So do people go to school for that?
Yes, so we have a whole course called building technology. You understand? That has to do with building and a little bit of structures, what do I call it? Principles of building, the technologies involved in constructions and stuff. That's what building technology will help you to do. You understand? Or construction technology will help you to do. But architecture teaches you how to bring the space to life.
Space to life.
You understand? Create a functional space. But there's always some differences people don't really realize about architecture. We have draftsmen. Architects.
Architects, yeah.
A lot of people know how to draw. But what makes an architect works different is the brain behind it. There's no design the architect does.
Really?
And there's no reason behind the design. The design is being moved by a concept.
Yes.
There's an ideology. There is an inspiration.
All right. Before we go for a commercial break, I would like to ask you this question before we go. Do you think you will make a good architect?
Most definitely. You see, inshallah, and I always say it all the time. That's one of my biggest dreams. You understand? It's man proposes and God disposes. But I see myself that I will be able to make a good architect because I'm a blend of many fields. I'm an electrical engineer by profession. Electrical electronic, not even electrical electronic engineer. I'm also vested in mechanical engineering. Not fully I'm not so much, but some portion of mechanical engineering.
Mm.
I'm also good in civil engineering.
Engineering.
And in fact, I even did my PMP, though I've not written the exams yet, but I've gone through the class. Project management professional.
Wow.
Yes. And
That's
I've
good.
managed projects.
Mm.
I have handled big projects.
Mm.
I have involved in serious projects.
Wow. That's wonderful. Gladly viewers, thank you for joining us. You can subscribe to our channel so that you can keep on listening to all our talk show on JYTV News. We bring to you everything you need to know. Our proud sponsor, JY Multimedia Production, experts in photography, wedding shoot, birthday shoot, and so many others. You can reach them on their various social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and so on. The Rich Herbal. If you want your organic products, contact The Rich Herbal on their TikTok. You can get their herbal products over there in varieties, powder, cream, and so many others. Okay, thank you very much for following us. Okay, we were talking about how you started, and how what you can offer to this generation. Now, I would like to ask you one or two questions over here. Is there a difference between building and architecture?
Like building construction and architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are styles that, how will I say it? There are two lamps from one hole.
Mhm.
You see, the building comes to life when the architects design.
Yeah.
So when the architect design, the contractor constructs. So they have some kind of intertwining stuff.
Mm.
Because without design,
There's no
construction.
Exactly.
And without construction, the design is of no value. It's just a paper.
Okay.
So you see,
Yeah,
I would say they are like, they work together.
they work together.
You understand?
Okay.
So when the architect design,
Mhm.
then the contractor constructs.
So that is the differences.
Yeah. So
One
the different
design
one is putting the infrastructure
mhm,
to life,
to life.
and one is perceiving the idea, because a design is always it's an idea. Until
Imaginative.
It is just an imagination until it is put onto a paper.
Wow.
So it is an idea that has been put on the paper.
Okay.
But now you have to transform the idea into reality,
Mm.
or what is on the paper into reality, and that's the building infrastructure.
So who gets more income?
Oh, when it comes to income, the contractor always does
Better than the
better than the architect. It's a
How is that
difference.
possible?
You see, construction is a high level risk. Architecture is more of consultancy,
Mm-hmm.
more or less like an advisory.
Yeah.
Like, you've come to me, I have ABC, then I say, oh, do it here, do it that, do it this way. But the person who puts it together is the person who makes the most money, because that is where the risk is.
Mm.
It has a high level of risk.
If something happened to the building, they'll
Exactly.
contact him. That's wonderful.
So there's so much into it. There's so much that goes into construction.
So why didn't you choose that part?
I'm also a contractor.
Okay, yeah,
Yes,
you
I
said
design
it.
and
You said
construct.
it. You said it.
I design
So
and
which
construct.
one are you into most?
For now,
For now?
I'm more of drawing.
Okay.
My drawing is more than my construction, but I have more construction projects. I've even handled government projects before,
Oh, okay.
and besides, I've even managed government projects. So I love to construct. That is me. I love to put the drawing into reality
Than constructing.
You understand?
Okay.
But it's just that sometimes you are looking for the opportunity.
Mhm.
When the opportunity comes, I might be doing more construction.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is it.
Living the
No, I'm not living it.
architect-
No, I'm not living it.
Okay.
My dream is to bring up the construction. What is to bring up to build a very solid
Wow.
consultancy
Wow.
where we are into design and construction.
Okay. Who is your inspiration?
The architect that really inspires me is Zaha Hadid. Yes, she's a very famous architect. I love her concepts, the way she depicts ideas.
Wow.
If you look at her ideas and the way she has astonishing buildings, you understand?
Mhm.
One of them is the Pavilion Bridge.
Whoa.
It's a very unique design. She really have a very unique designs. Really, she has a very unique design. And she has done, one of the designs in Qatar, the Qatar Sports Stadium. She was part of the
Qatar.
Qatar.
Mm.
She designed one of the. She was part of one of the what do you call it? The architects who did the stadium designs.
Wow.
Yeah, she has very unique designs. Her
A
design,
female.
a female.
Wow.
She is unique. She is the game changer as we sit. Yeah, in the field, she is a game changer. She designed with air dynamics. There's something called air dynamics.
Mhm.
Her conceptuals are unique.
Everything.
Everything of her designs is unique.
That's one.
So these days, when people see buildings with curvy shapes, the first thing that comes into their mind is Zaha Hadid, because that is her style of
Wow.
architecture.
Wow. That's wonderful.
Though others do same, but once you see it, what first comes into your thought is Zaha Hadid. Before you now come to find out who is the real architect behind the design.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
she's
wonderful.
a very famous actor. I really love her. She's always my inspiration.
Okay. What is the greatest challenge in architects you've ever faced? Or
The
in life?
architecture, you see, in the industry,
Mhm.
I would like to speak to Ghana peculiar. There's so many constraints when it comes to architecture. The constraints is clients, professional relationships.
Hmm.
You see, you can't give a client a bill until you have an idea put on the paper.
Wow.
And to put that idea on the paper, it takes time. Then you put the idea on the paper, show it to the client, give him a bill. Then he walks away and he never comes back. Time is wasted. You
Wow.
understand? And one funny thing is that as a young architect, you've not reached the level where you have full grips on ground,
Hmm.
where you can influence
People.
more or
Or more
good
good.
clients. You are still trying to rattle around the society or within your vicinity. So your what you actually attract,
Yeah.
is like people come, give you an assignment to do, you do it, they never show up. That's one. Two, the client has a constrained budget
Mhm.
and they still want you to give them an astonishing design. You see, it's like trying to be tall and be short at the same
It's
time.
not possible.
It's virtually impossible. You understand?
Yeah.
They want the building to look spectacular, but they are willing to spend less to construct.
Construct. Exactly.
So you are working with a tight budget. It's very challenging.
Hmm.
And thirdly, is the some of the clients are kind of like they think they are also constrained of what they want. Even when you give them an advice, they will not listen. He has seen a building there. So, oh, I like this building. You show it to, I like that. But he doesn't know that when we design according to your terrain.
Yeah.
Designs that works in America might not work in Ghana here.
Is it because of African mentality?
No, not African mentality. It has to do with the topography,
Okay.
the environment. Here is a tropical zone.
Mhm.
Design tropical zones is different from when you're designing in the places where it is so cool, has cool weathers and other harsh weathers.
Hmm.
Because we designed to create comfort, as I spoke earlier.
Yeah.
So when you are designing, there's a lot of factors you consider in your design. One of them is like air dynamics,
Mhm.
airflow,
Airflow.
movement, easement, the rise of the sun, the fall of the sun. You understand? There's a lot of factors you consider.
Hmm.
You do swamp analysis. You have to observe the buildings around the terrain.
The terrain.
You understand? Even the access road are also plays an important role. Imagine you are going to to design a building at a place where the road are dusty and you want to put sliding glasses. The glasses will be dusty. It's going to cost the client to be able to maintaining the building. So you have to consider into that. You have to put that.
What about if the client insists? What would
And
you do?
that is where the difficulties are. The client will insist. When you are seeing that, it will fail. Or sometimes you are seeing that what the client wants, when you design, the design will
But it
fail.
is not your money.
Yes, it's not your money, but it's your reputation. Because
Okay,
someone said,
in your
who's
name,
that? Who's that
exactly.
architect who did this? Didn't he know that this was not going to work? And sometimes too, because we have standardizations,
Hmm.
rules to follow, standards to follow, but the clients don't understand that. So it's sometimes difficult. We have to actually be able to have the convincing power, able to convince the clients to accept your and that is a profession.
That means that when it comes to this in the aspects of convincing clients, that means that you marketing, right? Are you supposed to go to school and do marketing? Because it's a marketing, you need to market
So
your
that is why you are
products.
being trained. Like I am now training myself as a professional architect. Those days I can't really call myself an architect. I'll call
Mhm.
myself a draftsman. But though my idea in my head was I was going to be an architect. That's what the profession does.
You have to go to the
When you
client.
go to the school, it teaches you all this.
All this, okay,
It teaches you how to approach designs,
okay.
how to conceptualize designs. What are the principles behind your design? What are the philosophies behind? We design on philosophy.
Wow.
You understand? You need to have a philosophy, and those things guide the design. Before you pick a pen and a pencil on the paper, you need to have a preconceived ideas as to what you want to do. And there's something we call the client brief, and that is where you only need to understand what the client wants.
Wow. Can you tell the viewers the types of buildings that we have in this world or in Ghana? When someone to build, when someone see a story building, we have different types of building.
Yeah, so we have duplexes, we have these houses they call townhouses. We also have townhouses.
Townhouses.
Yes.
How is it like?
So it's like multiple buildings,
Uh-huh.
like a whole complete design of a house,
Mhm.
but there are multiples of them.
Okay.
So that's the
Is
name
it
of it.
estate?
It's
Is
not,
that what we call
no,
estate?
an estate is just when you have multiple buildings arranged in a particular order.
Okay. Multiple buildings
Yeah,
arranged.
arranged in a particular order. You understand?
Mhm.
Where you have access rules have been done, all
All
those.
those things
That's
are
an
there.
estate.
Estate, okay.
But within an estate, you can have townhouses within an estate.
Townhouses.
Yes.
Is it single houses?
There are single houses that are sometimes they are attached together.
Hmm.
You get it? And some of them are detached.
Okay.
You understand? We also have apartments.
Apartments.
Yes, you can have two bed. We all know this is a common thing. You all know the two bed apartments.
Yeah.
And the apartments can also be in flats. Flat
Okay.
1, flat 2, flat 3. As to the number of flats.
5 bedrooms and so on.
Exactly.
3-story buildings.
Three-story. And we just have our normal
Hmm.
homes that we all see day in, day out.
Okay, so how can you create a sustainable architecture?
This is a very, very important thing then what we face as architects every day in, day out. You see, once we are designing, we are occupying spaces.
Mhm.
And you know what is happening to the universe? We are occupying the natural land, the natural spaces.
But
natural
I learned
inhabitants.
the as people continue to grow, the land expand more, right?
Which land expanding?
That's what I
No, the
heard.
universe, that is the religious aspect of that. The universe expands.
Okay.
You understand? But the realities in ground is that before you go to build a house, maybe on your plot of land, you have some three trees over there. You cut them, you are building a house. The next person comes, he has 4 trees on his plot of land. He cut them and build. What is happening to the universe? We are cutting more trees down.
More trees.
You understand? So it is good we create sustainable architecture where there's this thing we call green architecture, where you create an atmosphere to be able to help the universe recover from this global warming. Green. So where you can it's kind of like build houses and
But we don't see
plant trees
some in
around.
Accra here.
Exactly. That's the problem I'm saying. Because the client is telling me, like, just let's like this very before I came for this interview, a client told me that he needed to put up some structures. So went and assessed the place. I was telling him about some things that we need to do to make the place work, to create some garden and stuff. He said, no, it was too. He was looking at maintenance cost, trimming the garden. And he doesn't know it is creating sustainability.
Wow.
You understand? When you create that nice landscaping for a building, it helps to sustain the unit, to sustain the earth.
The earth.
You understand?
Yeah.
When you have this global warming where the world is becoming warmer every single day, and we are not doing anything to actually bring it down, but we all keep on building out every day in, day out. You see, that's the problem.
That's a problem. It's a problem.
So that's how we can create sustainability, to try and merge the natural environment into the architecture by designing green, by practicing more green architecture.
Wow.
Yes.
That's wonderful. This one is from Nanama Zipo Kwase. Say, is there, I think she's studying architecture. Is there something more to architecture than designing buildings?
There's more to architecture. Architecture, as I spoke earlier, is about conceiving an idea. You understand? Architecture is an inspiration to bring spaces, functional spaces to life. but they are being influenced by the surrounding, the universe, the nature. You understand? There's a lot that goes into the thinking process.
Wow.
You understand? It's not just putting a pencil and drawing it. Any other draftsman can do that. But what makes an architect unique?
I think you said it earlier. Something
You
like that.
understand? Is the preconceived idea, conceptualization. There's a reason behind the design.
All right.
There's a story behind the design.
Mm,
You understand?
Yeah.
Every design to an architect has a story.
okay.
Every design has a story, and every design is unique.
Wow. Wow. That's wonderful. This one is from at this moment I'm reading a question from our viewers. Okay.
Okay.
This one is from UK. It says, why is light important in architecture?
So you see, lightning, what light does to a building, it gives it an illusion of open space.
Light.
Yes, light. When you design and allow more light into the building,
Mhm.
it gives that illusion of a bit what I call it, illusion of space.
Mm.
Like you are living in more open space.
Wow.
Just imagine you open these doors wide open.
Mhm.
The feeling you have is different from when it's fully enclosed.
Wow.
That's what lighting does, and it's help conserve energy.
Conserve energy.
In a daytime where you have to on your lights in your rooms and you have more lighting coming in, you need to on the lights. No,
Wow.
you can even open the windows and allow fresh air in.
Wow.
You understand?
I understand.
So lighting actually
Okay.
does a lot.
Without wasting more time, let me go straight to the next question. This name is not clear, but it says, what makes a building beautiful? What makes a building beautiful?
You see, earlier
Wow.
every building is beautiful.
Unique on its own.
You see, there's always a saying that beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
Beholder, exactly.
You see, the beauty of the building is from the concept.
Mm.
In architecture,
Mhm.
the beauty of every building is from the concept. The story the building the story the building sees.
Wow.
The story behind the design
Wow.
makes it unique and beautiful.
Wow. What makes a building beautiful? That's what. But he
Mhm.
also said something about building. Say, what building inspires you? Do you have any building that inspires you? I think you said it earlier on
No,
your.
there's this building
Wow.
that really actually inspires me. It's called the Sydney Opera House.
Sydney
Opera House.
Opera House. Is
It
it
is-
Ghana here?
No.
Why?
It's Australia. It's
Australia.
This building
Okay.
was unique.
Mm,
The shapes,
mm.
the concept.
Wow.
The concept was drawn out. The architect had the concept from what I call it, eating an orange.
Orange.
Yes, when he was
Common
peeling
orange.
on orange, he was peeling an orange. Then the shapes of an orange. That's where the idea. People consider the idea.
So the building is like an orange.
So it's no. So when you see, it's like he cast the oranges into slices
Okay.
into the elliptical shapes
All right.
and arranged them.
Mm.
It's very unique.
Wow.
You can tell the viewers, you guys can look into Sydney Opera House. They will really see how it
Sydney
is.
Opera House.
Yes,
Mm.
it has a very, very astonishing spaces,
Wow.
and there's a whole lot of story behind it.
I think one viewer is saying that you are spilling a lot of knowledge. They say, what's your favorite book about architecture? I think she wants to go and read. Do you have any favorite book?
Yes, Frank Gehry. Frank Gehry has this book, Conceptuals and Form Follow Function.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can go and look at those books. Yeah,
Okay.
by Frank Gehry.
Okay, all right. So you've heard him, right? Frank what?
Frank Gehry.
Frank Gehry. All right. Why are architects and museums important in human civilization?
In human civilization,
Mm-hmm.
as I mentioned earlier, every human needs shelter.
Shelter, yeah.
The universe, the environment that we live in, cannot survive without infrastructure.
Mm.
And the infrastructure is being designed by architects.
Wow. That's wonderful.
So the architects plays a very important role.
Wow. Okay. Define modern architecture. Modern.
Modern
Current. Current.
You see, architecture you see, I already told you earlier that architecture is unique in its own ways.
Uh-huh.
There's one philosophy called modernist architecture. It's one of the philosophies of architecture. That's these days architectures we see.
Wow.
You see, modern architecture has its own uniqueness. It's not like the ancient days. But by mind you, those architectures that we have today was built upon the ancient days architecture.
Ancient days, all right.
they are all precedents to the ancient design architecture.
Knowledge keeps increasing
Exactly.
and things keep
So
changing.
modern architecture, as I already spoke earlier, is creating functional spaces.
Wow.
And these days we are more versed in design than those days because of what we have.
Wow. Thank you very much. At this moment, we'd like to go for a short commercial break. We will be back.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Kun san ni ne masoyinku Alasan Alhaji Alasan Cuta da kowa ya sani da lakami sarki da Musa One da muka sani kuma kan social media Junior Cuta. To abin da muka zo da shi ne na yau labarai ne na duniya kamar kan muka gaya muku JYTV TV station ne online TV ne. Online TV kuma ana nan ina kawo da sauki. Don online TV kan je kan social media kan Instagram kan Twitter ko ina ka bi da ka same su. JYTV suna nan ne sun zo ne su taimake mu cikin zangonnan mu da labaran da ke tafiya da abubuwan da ke tafiya cikin gari. Kuma na farko in kuna so labaran duniya za ka same su kan JYTV. In kana so labarai ne na gargajiya kuma za ka same shi kan JYTV. Kuma kan da muke faɗi muku ne in da ka yi aure ne photo shoot da ka yi suna da ka yi party birthday party komi da ka yi in ka zo JYTV da ya a zo a yi ma shooting kamar kan ka gani kuma za ya kawo maka shi online kamar kan ka gaya muku mun ce online na kamar da bayyana ma duniya ku gan shi duniya don ya gan abin da ake ciki kuma JYTV samaru na ne suka tashi cikin zangonan mu suna so gargajiyar mu ke gaba yasa in kun zo za su tarbe ku ne da murna da farin ciki wanda ke so ya duba labaran duniya na gargajiya ko na menene ka bi JYTV online. JYTV ya waye muna ido, JYTV ya bude muna haske.
Welcome back to the studio. Okay, this question is from Legend from Nima. He says that the roads that we construct here, are there any architect that does all those designs?
So you see, road designs is also a different field. That is civil
Engineering.
We have people who are specialized in road design, but architects also do bridge design.
Bridge design.
As I mentioned, the pavilion, what I call it, the pavilion bridge.
Yeah.
It was designed by Zaha Hadid.
Wow.
Yes. Architects also design bridges.
Okay.
But that's not our core.
Cool.
Yes.
You are for buildings.
Few architects does that. But we also do.
You also do the same
we
thing.
do. But we don't really design roads.
Okay.
But we understand the road infrastructure.
Okay. Who in the community do you follow and admire for the architectural ability and why? In your community, do you have any?
Yeah. In fact, I admire my head of department.
Wow.
Madam Linette. She's actually a very great architect.
Mm.
And in fact, she really inspires me when it comes to studying architecture.
Wow.
She has this, better way of explaining architecture when she's lecturing. She has a very nice way or a better understanding when it comes to how to put spaces together. Yeah.
Wow. So are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
You're married.
Yes, please.
Wow, that's wonderful. The viewers out there who are watching us, what's your last word for them?
Yes. You see, in summary, architecture is, as I spoke earlier, is bringing spaces to life.
Yeah.
Creating functional spaces. Everybody needs a building. Any client who tries to put a space together, a livable space, be it a commercial, industrial, or a domestic residence, should actually try and consult an architect because it guides the design. Because architect has a better way of understanding designs. They have a more versatile knowledge when it comes to designs. They might be expensive, but it's worth it. Yes, you might feel it is expensive, but it's worth it. There are architects that can still design at a lower cost and still give you a better design. So you have the building done properly, you have the orientation of the building properly, you have a very nice edifice for yourself. Yes, because every design is unique, as I already spoke. So if you allow architects to do good designs for you, it will help you. And by and large, it also help to put construction into proper perspective.
Yeah.
Because if the building, you give the drawings to any other person who knows how to just put lines together. Yes, they might give it to a contractor, but the contractor might not know how to put the building because the design cannot even speak for itself. It's not detailed enough for anybody to use to construct. Yeah, there are these kind of designs where a draftsman can do a drawing. He goes to the site, You can't even implement the drawing. It's there. So it's good you give it to an architect to do, so that he will design it and make sure that the functional spaces work. It's workable. It is actually implementable. You understand? And clients should also try to listen to architects, because yes, we are in for you. We are not interested in backfiring your idea. But you see, we are trained as professionals to understand. So we have an in-depth knowledge as to spaces. You understand? So when we tell you this won't function or this would work, we are not just saying from nowhere. We are saying it from experience and from what we've learned.
Wow.
You understand? So it is good clients you give architects listening ears. And one thing I also urge the country to do is that they should help promote architecture, in the sense that sometimes projects come in, the government give the projects to external people. When we have better architects, Ghana Institute of Architects are there. Excuse me my language. We all know about this building that was constructed, the National Cathedral.
Yeah.
Ajayi is a Ghanaian, that's fine. But he doesn't practice in Ghana. You understand?
Yeah, I'm aware.
So you see, there's always a saying that the food is certified at home before it goes outside. When the home is hungry and you take food outside, you are starving the home more.
Yeah.
So at least certify the home before you take it outside. He doesn't practice in Ghana. He's more of an international architect. Yes, he's a Ghanaian, that's okay. But there are equivalent architects like him in Ghana. Why can't other architects be given the opportunity? Sometimes you see some mega designs that are coming out. The architects are from abroad. German architects, American architects. When we have our own architects here, so you see, it is not helping. And where architecture booms is where we have infrastructure developments.
Yeah.
When Ghana has more infrastructure developments, it helps architects to perform much more better. Because day in, day out, architects are coming from school. They pass them out from school, they come to start practicing. Is it architects are not just coming to design 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. Their knowledge are way beyond that. I'm not saying architects. We have architects that are specialized in design of residential building. We have those who are into landscaping. We also have those who are into skyscrapers. Some as trained to design what they call airports.
Airports.
So the opportunity should be given to them, so they could actually to make the Ghana a better place.
Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for giving us in-depth knowledge about architecture and construction, right?
Yeah.
So thank you very much, and we would love to host you another time again
Thank
in
you.
our talk show. So God bless you,
And bless you too,
and
sir.
see you then.
See you.
All right, hello, lovely viewers. Thank you for watching JYTV Talk Show. We bring to you everything you need to know. Today, as you've heard, it is all about architecture. I know you've heard a lot, and those who are into that field, I know you have something to practice and something to bring out to the nations of the world. So, without wasting more time, I would like to thank our proud sponsors of this program, JY Multimedia and The Rich Herbal. Thank you very much for watching JYTV Talk Show. See you next time. Bye.